Kail Lowry addresses how co-parenting situation was portrayed on Teen Mom 2, takes aim at Chris Lopez. Kail Lowry wasn't happy with the way her co-parenting situation was portrayed on Teen Mom 2 this week, and she shared an impactful message that took aim at her baby daddy, Chris Lopez. During the March 15 episode of Teen Mom 2, Rihanna DeJesus met with Chris in Philadelphia to record an episode of his podcast. Before they began recording, Chris spoke briefly with Brianna about his co-parenting relationship with Kail. Chris and Kail share two sons, Lux, 4, and Creed, 1. Chris told Brianna that his visitation agreement with Kail is corny to him, and he didn't understand why he couldn't hang out with his sons the way Kail's other two baby daddies, Joe Rivera and Javi Marroquin, get to, and implied that he only got to see Lux and Creed was when he and Kail were good. Kail Lowry addresses co-parenting situation with Chris Lopez after portrayal on Teen Mom 2. 2 days after the episode aired, Kail took to Instagram where she shared a message with her followers both in her stories and on her feed, addressing the way her co-parenting situation was portrayed. "I wanted to address the way my co-parenting situation was portrayed this week, as I don't think it paints the full picture," Kail began her message. Kail explained there are two sides to the story in every co-parenting scenario and acknowledged that her and Chris' perceptions will be different. She also explained how Chris' fathering differs from Joe's and Javi's. But there are extenuating circumstances involving Chris that were not present with Javi or Joe, Kail continued. "With that being said, just because it wasn't as easy with Chris doesn't mean my character and feelings have changed when it comes to my kids' relationships with their dad." Kail noted the importance of her sons spending time with both their mom and their dad before bringing up Chris' restrictions. "If things were as easy and simple as he thinks they are, he would have gotten more time," Kail continued, noting that a judge ultimately made the visitation decision, not herself. Kail says Chris spent time with Lux and Creed to take advantage of her. According to Kail, Chris only saw Lux and Creed when he wanted something from her, and went weeks without checking up with them until a judge got involved. "The boys only have two parents, and when he is falling short, I have to pick up the slack and fill in the gaps emotionally, physically and financially," Kail wrote. Kail ended her message with a reference to Chris, using the term they when talking about the court. "When Chris is constantly referring to they, who is they? They is the court," Kail shared. "The court made this ruling. I showed up the same way he did. I'm not they, I am she. I am Kail. I don't have the power to make the decision that was made." Last summer, Teen Mom 2 viewers watched as Kail struggled to accept Chris' custody proposal. Chris requested time with Lux and Creed for the entire summer, but Kail couldn't justify his request. In September 2021, Kail revealed during an episode of her podcast Baby Mama's No Drama that she had already shelled out a whopping $80,000 in court fees amid her and Chris' custody battle.